Boy, it sure is quiet when we turn the music off. It's like, shh. Who are the lucky ones that got a Stella shirt? Hi, guys. Look at how fat Stella was. And I think that we should have actually a celebration of life for Stella. We should celebrate all of these cats' lives that made it here. If it wasn't for Furball Farm Cat Sanctuary, Stella wouldn't be here, Carmen wouldn't be here, Teddy wouldn't be here, Gloria wouldn't be here, all of Jelly's cats wouldn't be here. And I guess we're getting good at making lemonade and looking at the bright side, and we have to acknowledge the good that our organization does, because it's been a pretty shitty few days, right? So Poppy's doing well. So we have noticed that Stella used to be a fatty, and she'd been losing some weight, and so we went to have some blood drawn with her, and when we were going to get her, Jelly didn't even have to like net her. No. All she had to do was pick her up. She couldn't breathe. We knew that she had feline asthma way back in the spring, but it was manageable. But she'd been losing weight, and thank you, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. It had been getting progressively worse, and her heart was also bad. So she basically passed away. We had to euthanize her. She didn't have a quality of life due to diabetes and, not diabetes, asthma, and she had heart issues. So when Mel brought her to the clinic, she was struggling to breathe. She was nervous. Her adrenaline was going. Her heart was pumping fast. And essentially, Dr. Ashley needed to euthanize her. And she had bad heart issues, and asthma. And she said there were other issues with her too. I said, you don't need to elaborate. And then we just went to our places, and we all mourned and grieved, and I figured, you know what, let's celebrate Stella's life. God darn it, she had a great life with us. She had a great life with us. She came to us from living in a chicken coop with breeding with her brothers and sisters, and breeding with her sisters. So I am sad. I've already done my crying. My voice is scratchy. That ain't news. But we're all kind of like, so how long was she here? We got her like in 2020, I want to say. It could have been 2018 or 2019. I was trying to look. When you think of the garage days, we kind of just didn't know where we were going. It was like the blind leading the blind. We didn't know what God had in store for us. We thought we were for PCATs, and then, so we didn't really take like intake pictures like we do now. So I looked back. Janice could maybe look on the computer. My recollection is, if Kristen was watching, I want to say we got her, Kristen named Carmen. So that means that we got them when Kristen started volunteering here. And I remember that's when Mary Thibodeau died. When did Mary Thibodeau die? From persnickety. Because we got Kristen because she volunteered for
2019.
Yeah, 2019. So how we got Kristen, who I know that the Lord sent Kristen to us. Kristen volunteered for persnickety rescue, and then Mary Thibodeau was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She reached out to us. No, Christina, that's not when we got her in 2021. That's what I'm trying to explain. You know, we didn't do intake pictures. We wrote down stuff on a log. Eventually, in 2021, when we had more manpower, because remember at the beginning it was just me, myself, and I couldn't do it all. We started getting better. And I want to say, whenever Mary Thibodeau passed away, that's when Kristen started volunteering, and she named Carmen. So I'm trying to put a date whenever Mary Thibodeau died. And I think she's been gone for at least 6 years. So anyhow, I'm just trying to say that we called them the chicken coop cats. We've had them for quite a while. I'm happy that we had Stella Bella. And isn't that, look at how fat she was. She like rivaled Fatty. But you know, I mean, Jelly, you've been how many years? Do you even know?
I don't. I want to say it's 4 or 5.
Yeah, I want to, yeah. Everybody here, we've had these cats for so long, it really sucks. And, you know, when they have a bad start in life, the cards are already stacked against them. We are so blessed with Dr. Ashley. It's, you know, I keep thinking, if we didn't have Dr. Ashley, it's a Friday, we would have had to go to the stinking emergency. And she would have had to struggle to breathe all the way there. It's just, wow. So, yeah, so whenever persnickety, I'll have to look. Okay, thank you. Mary Thibodeau died in 2019. That means we got Stella probably in 2019. But we didn't start, you know, we would do a handwritten log of our cats. We didn't know how big we would get. We honestly didn't know. This just happened.
You thought you'd have like, what, 20 PCATs?
Yeah, we thought we'd have like 20 PCATs, and so, yeah, so. Yeah, it kind of sucks. So I know that because I looked up Furball Farm Stella, and it said it was getting to know some of our furballs or something like that. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that we celebrate her life. We celebrate the fact that we were able to take her in, you know. So Stella and Carmen and Teddy and Victoria. They were a chicken coop cat. Their owner had brain cancer. Well, she had breast cancer, and it metastasized to her brain. Excuse me. And that's how we got them. The Humane Society took some, and we took some. So, anyhow, I'm really sad about Stelly Belly. And by the way, she wasn't the only one. Julie's like, oh dear, you gonna go there, Julie? I'm on a roll. We also noticed that, wonder if I can find her picture, Princess Peach.
I'm gonna find it while you're talking.
Yeah, I wonder, Princess Peach is probably in here. Jelly, she's probably in here. Princess Peach also went to heaven with Stella. Princess Peach had been losing weight also. And when she was sedated, her mouth was completely rotten with stomatitis, rotten mouth. And I'm like, oh, please. Put her to sleep, put her out of her misery. There she is. There's Princess Peach.
It's crazy when you look back at these pictures
Wow.
and realize just how good they look.
Look at how fat she was.
She looks so good.
That's crazy.
Shiny coat and everything.
It's a true testimony to the fact that cats hide their pain well. You know what? And we're just so blessed to have Dr. Ashley, because if it wasn't for Dr. Ashley, we wouldn't have thought nothing of Princess Peach until she was a skeleton. And then we'd have to catch her and drive her to a clinic or to the emergency room. So kind of sucks, doesn't it? Doesn't it suck that we have 350 plus beloved cats? And those cats are having a wonderful time in heaven. We are heartbroken, but it's fact of life, unfortunately. Look at, there's Tilty. So we do have a kind of a lot of, and Maria Anderson, you are an awesome volunteer. We love you. I didn't put it on our volunteer page because I feel like putting all kinds of info on we have a private volunteer page, and I know some volunteers have expressed sadness that when I post, it's always just about the deaths or the losses, and I always say I want to be better about posting happy stuff on our volunteer page, but there's just so much to do, and I never think about posting on that page unless when we lose one of our cats, and so I always want to be better. And I feel bad that our private Furball Farm private volunteer page, the only time that I really post on it is when there is a death, and I'm just trying to communicate. And I've heard some feedback that maybe they'd like some more positive stuff. And I guess it's just something that we have to work on as a team. But I could probably post that Mike had a dental, and he's doing fabulous. This is the real Mike. Hi, Mike. Yes, Mariah Bell. Dr. Ashley's helping find the silent sufferers. I think that is why there are more crossings lately. 100%, Mariah. It's like, you look at the sanctuaries across the country. There are a handful of them, and they don't have full-time veterinarians like we do. And now I know what they're missing. I didn't know what we were missing. I just wanted a veterinarian for these cats. And of course, that Dr. Ashley, and she's a professional. She's trained. She's brilliant. And she's like, gosh, we always have like a little powwow before we make the decisions on cases like Princess Peach. We didn't have to make a decision with Stella Bella. She's celebrating in life with a happy, healthy body. So you wonder who's in this cage. It is Mr. Linus. Linus is in there because, did we let Linus out of the cage yet? No, Mike was in the cage last night because he was taking a long time coming out of anesthesia. And truthfully, I texted Betsy, can you put him in the cage so that Twitch doesn't see Mike flopping all over? It should have been so that Mike doesn't hurt himself flopping all over, but you get my gist. It was so Twitch doesn't see him flopping all over. And I know Betsy chuckled and she got him all situated. But he came out of anesthesia just fine. He's doing well. And then Jelly and I caught Linus because Linus doesn't like to get medicine, and he has to have antibiotics because he had a full mouth extraction. So now this boy is in here So the only food he gets is medicated food because he needs to get medicine, and he is not a cat that we can pill. So, yeah, Abraham's well. All these cats in here are doing pretty good. I feel like we've gotten all the cats that are on radar. But there's always cats that you think are thin, and let's just make sure that, we were hoping that, initially we were hoping that Stella had like hyperthyroidism, something that's treatable. Same with Princess Peach. God, she got skinny. Look at this. Look at Jackfruit. Doesn't he look terrible? Jackfruit Marie, if you would let us wipe your eyes and give you meds. I mean, we give him meds. He just doesn't like it. Look at, if he could slap me across the face, he would. Let's find Leroy. Look at, there's Nash up there. There's Holly. Okay, let's find, oh, you know what? You guys are probably telling me that, you saw Leroy. He's with Dawn. There's Leroy. Are you having some shenanigans with Dawn, huh? Isn't he so cute? So where did we get Princess Peach? We got her from Rescue 55021. I actually think she had babies. And when she was done with her babies, she was feral. And they are a rescue for friendly cats. So we took her. Yeah, his cold's gone. I actually think today was the last day that he was on meds. Hi, Leroy. Sorry that it's hard to show him because he's black and he's in with Dawn. And then you got cutie patootie Holly here. Feral cats, you guess feral cats must not wash their faces as much as friendlies. No, they do. Feral cats, they keep, so I'll go out to the sanctuary, and she's so cute. Look at Gomez, isn't he so cute? I'll go out in the sanctuary, and I'll show you feral cats. They look like house cats. And they look like house cats because they are cats that have good nutrition and good veterinary care. And they look like house cats, but we can't touch them. So not a true statement. Look at who's here. Here's Father Abraham. There you go, Father Abraham. Oh, thank you, Jim. I do. All the followers that are always watching our sometimes our silly, stupid lives and stuff, we consider you guys our family too. It's like a furball family. But if you look at some of these cats here, that you can't, like, here's one right here. Let's go, girls. Dun, 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 dun. Now, doesn't this cat look like a cutie patootie, hop on the bed, couch cat? Like she belongs in somebody's home. Look at how she keeps her eyes clean. Anita, she ain't gonna look at us, but so feral cats, all cats are clean animals. So when a cat doesn't clean themselves, if they have mats and they aren't cleaning themselves, that's a huge red flag. That's a huge red flag. Look at Vinny. He's a feral cat we can't touch. We've had him for a long time. And look at how beautiful his eyes are. See, but I can't touch him. I absolutely cannot touch him. Thank you for the donation, Mary. So, yep, Vinny is the last man standing. There's Tilty. Yeah, we are so blessed to have an on-site vet. We are so blessed, and it took, 9 years, eight and a half years to get there. And I really didn't know what we were missing until we have it. Now I'm just like, gosh, sick cat, no problem. Let's walk 20 steps over to the vet. But Poppy's doing well. Oh, we had a check for Addie Kate. Addie Kate's doing well. So Poppy and Addie Kate, Stella, and Princess Peach went to the vet today. Boy, that was 50%. There's got to be another one. Was it only 4? I thought there was one more. I'll have to ask Jelly. Yep, that's carrot cake. You know, you could have had a home carrot cake. Do you know that? But she decided to be a little diva. You gonna play hard? Look at, she's starting to play a little rough with me. Yeah. You silly girl. All right, let's go outside. I think there was another one. Judah, thank you. Appreciate you and all the farts. Thank you for appreciating the farts that bring a smile to our face. And then you meant cats. We get that. There's Bonkers. Look at, here's Hector. He goes home on Monday. What a nice cat. There's Hogan. There's Blitzen. Jelly walks in the door and there's farts already. Jeez. Here's Gloria. All right, we'll go outside. There's Carmen.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
There's Carmen. All right, we'll go.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It sure does. Yes, Ishmael's in the kitchen. Oh, thank you, Kathy. In Stella's memory. Thank you. It's so weird that Stella's gone. Isn't that so weird? Isn't that so weird to say that Stella's in heaven? So it's kind of windy out. Here's the temp. Still pretty nice. Ooh-wee, it's windy. So I think tomorrow or Sunday, I would think tomorrow would probably be a warmer day than Sunday. I think Dirk, Brett, and Caleb are going to wrap this catio so that it's not windy and snowy. Zachary! There's Zachary right there. So why does he have a collar? So we can identify him quicker. And I knew that was Zachary right off the bat because of the collar. Yeah, the only way it's going to be windy in here is if Hannah, Janice, Chris, or Mel are in here, because, of course, I don't do that kind of stuff. Sometimes they make it windy inside the sanctuary. So you're going to notice. So this year we have a lot of lights that Caleb has put up. So I think we're not going to put as many blow-up decorations. We're going to probably put them outside around the sanctuary, so when people come here, they'll see them outside. Mainly, number one, the cats keep peeing on them. That's disgusting. Number two, we have some heated mats that we'd rather use the plugins for. So, you should all gather on the playground for one last call of Stella. My voice is scratchy from, I'm getting a cold, folks. It's just a cold. Everybody gets them every single year. There's Kira. Should I zoom in to Kira? My throat is scratchy. Look at how comfy Kira's. So here's another example of a feral cat that we can't touch. We actually had to catch her with a net. And she was actually shaved. Look at how good she looks. Remember how she looked when she was shaved? She had the coolest swirls on her body. She's beautiful. Yeah, her fur grew just in time for the cold weather. Yes, I can hear Uncle Bruce, and he says, I've got Stelly Belly in my lap too with my Chevy doo 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 doo. I love Chevy Chevy. I love my Chevy Chevy. We could touch Stella at times when we had Churu. She was food motivated. She wasn't food motivated the last couple months. She was not food motivated. Look at Chevy's cul-de-sac. Isn't that awesome? If Anita's on here, I need to know. I don't know her name that made this awesome sign. I was super happy, but I had a cryful day yesterday because of my Chevy Chevy. I don't know. I love brown tabbies, and I love all these cats. I cried for Stella. I cried for Princess Peach. What a cool name she had, too. Look at, we've got the heated pads on. Oh, her name is Teresa. Thank you. Let me feel this. Oh, that feels so good. No snow and ice is going to be on that, let me tell you. We did order the big ones that will go up top here. That light is the camera for Twitch and YouTube. Yeah, hi. Hi. Come here. Is that Macho Man or was that Lily? Who was I petting, guys? I can't see. Oh, I was petting, is that Malibu Barbie I was petting? Hey, I was just petting Malibu Barbie. Let me see. That's not Savannah. Isn't that Malibu Barbie? Here, let me zoom in. All right, who dis, guys? I just petted this cat. Isn't that funny? I thought it was Macho Man. I think is that Malibu Barbie? Anybody know? Oh, Emery? Oh. Wow, that's a Glencoe cat. That was really good. I was totally petting her. Totally petting her. That is amazing. Sometimes I want to say, sometimes I feel like saying, I wish I could just sit and watch lives all day long to memorize the cats. So I know them all. It's like I see them on intake, and then we take care of them for 2 weeks in the isolation rooms. And then I just can't remember their names. I don't know why it is. I just can't remember their names. But you know what? They all have names. We'll look at the bright side. They all have names. And when I don't know their names, I'm always like, hi, baby. I love you. Hi, baby. Thank you, Paula. So it doesn't really matter if we know their names or not. Stella was probably only like, I don't know, eight or nine. I don't think she was that old. This is Roma. Hi. Hi, Roma. And Roma's bipolar. She's got two personalities. One you can pet, one you can't. So this is the personality that you can't pet. She just threw an F-bomb at me. So it's so peaceful out here. When we're sad, when we lose a cat, we need to celebrate the time that we had with them and celebrate the fact that they made it to Furball Farm Cat Sanctuary. Because come on, you guys, let's all admit, together we're doing amazing work. Together we are taking care of these cats really well. God runs our ship. And we are so blessed with everybody that has their little part in this. Whether you're watching lives, studying cats to help some of us not know their name or know their names, you know, it's really nice to have a follower help us out with the names. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool that I'm here all the time and you guys might know the cats better than me or Janice or Jelly? Not Hannah or Chris. Isn't that cool that you guys know the cats? To me, that's a testimony to dedication and teamwork. And you know what I say? All glory to God. All glory to God. This is only possible because we are blessed. For me, we are blessed for doing all of this for the cats. And there's no other reason. It's because we love these cats. Don't we have such a passion for cats? We wish we could save them all. So, all right, so I'm going to end here. We have volleyball tonight. That's always, so I'm not going to lie, when I do have some downtime, I do watch volleyball. It's a nice break from cats because you got to have some moderation in life, right? So, all right, furballfarmshop.com and get your holiday shopping started. Don't be in a rush. And as usual, God bless you. May God keep you guys blessed, safe, healthy, happy. Same with all these cats and volunteers in this organization. And thanks for watching. Bye for now. Chris is like, you keep stealing my tagline. All right, bye for now. Bye. And we miss you, Stella. We love you, Stella and Princess Peach.